Hey, this is Dave with ToothyGrinsStore.com, and I'm going to attempt to answer the question. I am going to answer the question: what is the best oral irrigator? Um, in this video, and there'll be a link underneath the video to get you to this information if you want to. Well, here you can see right here on the screen what's the best oral irrigator. In my opinion, it's the Hydrofloss. And what's the deal with this oral irrigator? Why are you talking about this anyway, Dave? Well, and why might this be important to you and your family? And the reason why is because it is a statistic, but it's pretty commonly accepted among dental professionals everywhere. You can go ask one. I'm not one, but you can go ask one. Ask your dentist, ask your hygienist, ask a periodontist, ask even an orthodontist. Anybody you want that's in the dental profession. They're going to generally, you're going to hear them say 3 out of every 4 people have gum disease. That's 75%. 75% is a lot of people. Now, what can we conclude from that? Well, the other, I didn't mention, but the other aspect of that is gum disease is the #1 cause of tooth loss. The #1 cause. And if it's true what they're saying, that 3 out of every 4 people, or 75% of people have this problem, then it's a danger because you want to keep your teeth, right? Or if you've lost some, you want to keep the rest of them. And so that's why it becomes important, because there's no good, there's no perfect substitute, right, for a good tooth, right? You can get an implant. It's in the U.S. They generally, I guess, they average about 2,000 from what I understand, or a denture or something. But if you lose a tooth, you've got to fill that spot with something, because your teeth will shift around as a result of that hole being there. So, and if you don't believe me on this, you can ask a dentist. They'll tell you you need to do that to keep your bite lined up properly, and for many other reasons. So it's not that you can walk around with a missing tooth. At least you can, of course, do that, but why you shouldn't do that, because of the problems that can come from it. So you don't want to do that. But why lose a tooth in the first place? Yes, it's true. You can lose a tooth from a blunt force trauma, like playing basketball or any other sports or other activities, or just having an accident. But believe it or not, by and far, far away from the rest of the pack, gum disease is the #1 reason that people lose teeth. So, we've been taught, many of us think that brushing and flossing is the answer, right? I just need to brush and floss more. Well, they are certainly good activities, and everybody should be doing them because they are helpful and they are preventative. However, going back to the statistic, 3 out of every 4 people have gum disease. And you can agree or disagree with me, but my conclusion out of that is that brushing and flossing must not be enough. Now, if you're going to tell me that 75% of people aren't brushing and flossing, I think that's probably not accurate. How could it be? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So I conclude from that brushing and flossing isn't enough. So what's the next step? It's oral irrigation would be the next step. But you don't want to just get any oral irrigator. You want to get the best one that's going to help you the most. And in my opinion, it's this one right here, the Hydrofloss. You can check it out and see. And yes, I do sell this machine, but the reason I sell it is because it helps people, including myself. I have my own experience with this too. And I was able to reduce my periodontal pocket depths. Why is that important? Well, this is the objective measure of your gum health. Generally speaking, if your pocket depths are 3 millimeters or less, most dental professionals are going to say that your gums are healthy at that point. And the opposite of that, the corollary, is that if your pockets are greater than 3 millimeters, then you have a dental health, gum health problem or issue. Generally speaking, most dental professionals would agree with that. So, 75% of people. So what do you need to do? You need to reduce those periodontal pocket depths. You want to get them down to 3 millimeters or less, so that you're in that healthy range. And the reason I think the Hydrofloss can help you better than other irrigators is because it has a magnet in it. And this magnet puts a charge on the minerals that pass through, and that charge in turn causes plaque and bacteria to become less adhesive. They come off easier. And this has been studied and journaled in a peer-reviewed journal, a professional peer-reviewed journal. twice actually, in 1993 and 1998. And they both studies found that this particular irrigator, the Hydrofloss, was better at reducing plaque and tartar buildup between your regular office visits. What happens when that happens? How does that translate to a benefit to you? Well, your gums now get a chance to heal themselves up and for your pockets to shrink. And this is what I experienced, and I've had hundreds of customers, and I hear from them, and they've also experiencing this reduction in their pocket depths, provided you use this machine properly. And I encourage anybody that purchases one to call me to get the scoop on how to use it properly, because there's some very important things there that people need to know. So, that's a benefit that my customers get. I don't give that benefit. Like, if you got it somewhere else, no, I have to reserve that as a benefit for my customers, to reward the people that shop with me. And my time is valuable too, just like yours. And so if you buy it here at toothygrinstore.com, I'll be glad to share what I know with you over the telephone. So that's it. I mean, you need to do something. I think it's clear, and you're free to agree or disagree. Will this help 100% of the people? No. Should you always be under the care of a dentist or periodontist? Absolutely. They can monitor your progress and see if this is working for you or not, and they can tell you. And that's why it's just one reason why it's important to be under the care of a physician when you're facing any health-related problem, including gum disease. And again, 3 out of every 4 people have this problem. It's 3 out of every 4 people. That's what dental professionals tell us. That's 75%. If you live in a family of 4, what are the odds that 1 or more people in your house could benefit from this kind of machine? Now think about it, really. And there'll be a link under this video. You can come here and read this stuff for yourself. Come to this website and check it out. I think I'm doing this because I'm talking about this because this is something that can truly help people, has truly helped people, including myself and many, many others. That's the reason for me talking about this. I mean, yes, okay, I do sell this machine, and yes, I do make money from selling this machine, but it's such a beneficial thing, and I think pretty much every family could benefit from one of these. So why not talk about it from that aspect, right? Now, you're free to disagree or agree with me on anything I said here, and just go ahead and put a comment underneath. Just the only thing I ask is make it an intelligent comment. Like, I don't care if you agree or disagree. It doesn't matter to me on anything I said here. But, give an intelligent argument or say something intelligent. There's too many comments out there that are just profanity, and they're just pointless, and I will delete those. But if you say something halfway reasonable, whether you agree with me or not, your comment will get published, so don't worry about that. So tell me what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that it helps people, because that's the whole point. Have a good one. Bye.